Hey guys, today on Cellie Talks we're going to cover why you are never too old to be growing and learning in business and in life. That's coming up. I feel a little weird being out here on the street. You know, people walk by, they're staring at me like, what's that guy up to? Why is he talking to a camera? But this is kind of becoming commonplace every day, right? I mean, we see this all the time these days, and we just got to get over that awkwardness. Today I want to talk to those of you that are in your 40s or above, and I just want to encourage you, regardless of how non-technical you may be, regardless of what past belief systems you have had ingrained into you, it is never too late to turn over a new leaf. And I'm here to say that 50 really is the new 30, with technology, with science, with all of the incredible breakthroughs we have, with supplements, with medicine. There's no reason we can't have active and fruitful lives. There's no reason we can't reclaim our health. Doesn't matter how out of shape you are today. It's never too late to wake up and start a fresh do-over. And if you're non-technical, you can learn. If you're afraid to get on video, you can push past that. You know, the video thing was a big thing for me. I've always been a perfectionist, and ever since, you know, I came into the fall of my life, I've just not really been happy with the way I look. So I avoided video. I used to like to do my audios because it was just a great way for me to get content out there without getting on video. But I put the play symbol in my logo. I revamped my logo and I put the play symbol in because I recognize that it's a personal problem. It all stems from ego, and I needed to get over it. So I just started doing video, and I stopped being so critical of myself. And when I saw stuff that I didn't like, I published it anyway. I pushed through that feeling of wanting to be perfect. I pushed through that feeling of wanting to be thin and handsome and all these things that I may or may not be at the ripe old age of 50. So those of you that are in your 40s, 50s, and above, I want to encourage you. You can start today making a dent in the universe, making an impact in the lives of the people around you and in your own life. It's never too late to start learning how to do technology. You know, last year with $5 Funnel, that program took off. And one of our biggest leaders was a lady by the name of Estelle, who was, I think she was 82 or 83 at the time. Estelle, retired down in Boca Raton, Florida, you know, had a team of like 500 people in $5 Funnel, and all she did was tell a few people who told a few people. And at one point, we had her moderating our Facebook group. And she didn't start out technical, right? She just had to, you know, stop and get focused and learn how to do some things, ask some questions, and just persevere. And I just want to tell you guys, life begins at 50. You know what's great about being 50? You're not naive to the world. You're not misinformed to the wiles of the world. You know who you are. You know exactly what you want out of life. And at 50, man, you know, let me tell you something. When I wake up every day, I am so grateful for another day on planet Earth, and I am so grateful for every minute that I have to make a difference in the lives of the people I know and to make a difference in my own life. You know, I feel like I'm just getting started. I know some people that did early retirement at the age of 50. I know some people that, you know, built their empire and they're through. I know some people that just became empty nesters, and they're like, man, you know, now it's time to just kind of relax and have some iced tea on the porch, right? Not me. I'm just getting started. There are so many things that I want to do, and because I don't have a family, right, because I'm not married with children and a mortgage and a house and all that stuff, man, it's exciting because I have the time and I have the ability to go after those things that I want to do. A broadcast studio, songwriting, a publishing company, record company, a multimedia company, world traveling, developing programs, and just visiting people that I want to meet, right? This is the juice that gets me up every day, and this is what gets me excited. And I want to encourage you, regardless of where you're at in your life, regardless of your age, man, you could be listening to my voice, you could be 20. I'm guessing most of my subscribers are closer to my age, but it doesn't matter, man. Look, life is a journey of self-discovery. Life is a journey of becoming. And how do you become? You become by doing. If you want to be a world traveler, start traveling. If you want to be a world-class boxer, start training. If you want to be a world-class painter, start painting. You want to be a blogger, start blogging. You want to make tons of money in business, start doing business. There is nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. You just decide you're going to do it, and then you go after it. So let me encourage you 50-year-olds. Get in front of the camera. You've got wisdom and you have knowledge to share with planet Earth. Your insight, your experience, the hardships that you've endured, the lessons that you've learned, all can positively impact younger people, positively impact people connected to you on Facebook or wherever you do your social networking. And it is not too late. Let me encourage you. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. It is never too late to start a fresh do-over because you're always in the everlasting now. Doesn't matter what time of day or night it is. You wake up, it's now again. And now is the moment of change. Now is the place where you can affect change in your life. Now is the time that you can make choices that are going to affect, positively impact the future. It all happens now. I pray that when this video is over that you start taking steps towards that shiny, happy future that you've always envisioned. So many of us are in a purgatory of the mind. So many of us are kind of like in this place of waiting. This kind of like the status quo standby on-ramp. Waiting to begin living the life of our dreams, waiting for our dreams to begin. And the interesting thing is that that purgatory place is really a self-inflicted place. It's a place that we've kind of made up in our own minds with our stinking thinking and with whatever limiting beliefs we have, whether it's low self-esteem or whether we just don't think that we can affect change in our lives or whether we think that the things that we dream of are impossible to reach. The thing I love about dreams is dreams are unrealistic. Look, if a dream was completely realistic, it wouldn't be a dream, it'd just be a goal, right? And how many times have you set goals in your life and not attained them? So I don't necessarily believe in setting goals. I believe we need to set our intent. You get intent on accomplishing something. It's just like if you want to get up and get a beer from the fridge. You don't set a goal to go get a beer. You just get up and you do it. You say, I'm going to go get a beer. And then you get up and you go get a beer, right? Well, it's the same thing with attaining your dreams. Now, obviously, getting to the place where you accomplish a dream takes a lot more steps than crossing the living room to get a beer. But in theory, the point is the same. You just set your intent and you start doing it. And as I said, because there's nothing more powerful than a made-up mind, you just make up your mind that you're going to go after it. You want to put $2,000 a month in residual income in your back pocket? Go build your business. You want that $2,000 to be $20,000? Go build your business. The numbers are irrelevant. It takes the same amount of work. You know, I've learned it takes the same amount of energy to sell a $25 product as it does a $4,000 product. So you want to make $20,000 or you want to make $2,000 a month, it really is the same amount of energy. You just got to get engaged in the act of doing because you become what you do. And then once you get momentum in your business, things get easier. It's like the wheels get greased. So 50-year-olds, it's never too late. You can start right now. Start getting behind the camera. Start impacting the world with your content, with your insights, with your experience, and you're going to make the world a better place. And the interesting thing is when you allow yourself to be vulnerable and you start making that contribution, it's wild how God can bless you. It's wild how the blessings come back. You know, God can bless you in ways that you would never imagine, and good things can come, just like, you know, negative things can come out of left field, just like life can throw you curveballs. When you start sowing the right seeds, and you're going to reap those good things. It's wild how good things can come out of left field. It's wild how surprise, serendipitous, amazing things can happen when you start sowing positive seeds into fertile ground every day and then taking action. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are older than 40, those of you that may be older than me, those of you in your 60s, I'm just here to say it's never too late to start living your dreams, and you'll be surprised at how fast things can turn around when you just make up your mind that you're going to affect change in your life, and then you start changing things. Look, it's not enough to dream about things. It's not enough to want things. You know, you've got to change things in your life if you want things in your life to change. So when you start changing up your DMO, your daily method of operation, when you start putting the good stuff in, you're going to start getting the good stuff out. And lo and behold, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. It's amazing to me when I look back at my career how far I've come. You know, the time's going to go by anyway, so you might as well get active pursuing your dreams. Plug in and tap into your passion and live in that zone of inspiration. Live in the place of inspiration and inspire others. It doesn't matter how old you are. That's my 2 cents anyway. And I'm curious to know what you guys think. Please leave your comments below. Let's get a dialogue going, especially those of you that are over 40. I'd love to hear from you guys. By all means, subscribe to my channel. And if you want 30 sources to get leads today, visit me at tomcellie.me/subscribe. I'm going to give you a free audio just for opting in there. I am so excited to be putting out this content. This is part of my own personal journey. I hope it's blessing you. And until next time, this is Tom Cellie saying, live well, love well, and God bless. The new trolley that they're testing, they can't actually take passengers until they've done so many miles and hours of testing, so they literally are just driving through town and making the stops, and you know, they're not taking on passengers. But you know, I expected when they said they were going to have a trolley, right, I thought they were going to have like this San Francisco rice-a-roni thing, right? And this thing looks like it was made in Japan. It looks like it should be, you know, hovering and traveling 600 miles an hour. So anyway, I think it's pretty good idea that they have for Kansas City. It's going to bring a lot of tourism down here to River Market, which is going to be good for River Market, and it's also good for those of us that live in the city and want to move around a little bit. You know, we've got some kind of a decent mode of public transportation.